future and it's looking bright. Not used to the light, I was born at night, but I'm used to a fight, not a new sight. Left, right, everybody roll the dice. No regrets when I finally leave, I'll finally be the final, be a better me. My destiny is to invest in me, a quest to be the best, yeah, I'll let you free. From a world that's been feeling so wounded, I got dreams and they feel so lucid. I got dreams that they think are stupid. It's alright, sit back cause I do this. I don't take this life for granted, my mind's expanding. It's time for a fight, command of the war. I want more, yeah, I said I want more. Took a life full of hooks, time to even the score.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the very first episode of the Walk Off Grand Slam podcast. I'm your host, Moneymaker Chris, and this is the official relaunch of the Grand Slam podcast, now known as, like I said, the Walk Off Grand Slam podcast. Didn't want to completely get rid of the name, so instead of just calling it Grand Slam, I said Walk Off. I mean, that's a big thing in baseball. Somebody gets a walk off grand slam or walk-off hit or something like that, that ends the game and the team wins. So I thought that would be a very good name to add to the show. Still keep the same grand slam name that I had established over on the TV Zone podcasting network, but just adding a little twist to it. And first and foremost, I want to say thank you. Thank you to the one and only Mr. J. Giles for giving me the platform to create the original Grand Slam podcast over on his network, TV Zone Podcasting Network. Did 113 episodes. It was amazing. I can guarantee you nobody did a baseball show the way we did a baseball show. We did a very unique baseball show. We covered the current topics and stuff in baseball, but we touched on a variety of different things in the game, how the game is marketed. We broke down each league, American League, National League, the divisions and the teams within those leagues. We did player highlights. We talked about like the certain teams like the Marlins World Series teams. We talked about Cubs World Series team. Talked about the Bean Eaters. Yes, that was the team, the Boston Bean Eaters. Look it up. Definitely check that out. And we did some great things with that podcast. I thoroughly enjoyed my time doing that, and I look forward to what this podcast brings to the table. Same concept, still gonna be talking baseball, still gonna be trying to bring my own little unique spin to baseball to the table. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Shout out to Chrissy. Chrissy came on several episodes of the original Grand Slam podcast. The reason we said Chrissy's Reds, we're still gonna say Chrissy's Reds on the show. Anytime I'm making the Reds on the show, we'll still say Chrissy's Reds. She's a big Reds fan, and it was just one of those things just kind of happened organically. Started saying that one time, Chrissy's Reds, and just kind of stuck and became one of the running themes on the themes on the show. So I'll definitely continue to keep that going forward with this podcast. We talked about stadiums. We covered some of the different stadiums in baseball. We did some great things with the original Grand Slam podcast. So I'm very thankful for the opportunities I was given to host that. Now we're on, like I said, to the Walk-Off Grand Slam podcast. And the thing I want to talk about today is the home run derby. The All-Star game is coming up in July. By the time this drops, it'll be All-Star game time. But I want to talk about the home run derby. That's one of my favorite things in baseball. Nothing beats like a home run derby, getting some of the best hitters in the game coming up there, smacking home runs. It's my favorite thing to do in MLB The Show, to do the home run derby. So I wanted to talk about that today. First off, I want to talk about my experience, my personal experience actually going to the home run derby, the one that was 2018 here in D.C., Nationals Park, July 16th, 2018. And it was a beautiful, beautiful thing. It was a beautiful thing to be a part of. Because to watch it on TV for all those years, I always used to watch the home run derby on TV, but to actually be there in person for the game was a of thing of beauty. It was a thing of beauty to be there in person for the home run derby. You had Rhys Hoskins from the Phillies in there. You had Alex Bregman. You had Kyle Schwarber. Max Muncy, Javier Baez, Bryce Harper, the hometown boy, his last season with the Nationals at the time, Freddie Freeman, and then you had Jesus Aguilar. They were in the brackets for the home run derby. You had Hopkins and Jesus in the first bracket, Brigman and Kyle Schwarber in the second bracket, Max Muncy and Baez in the third bracket, and Harper and Freeman in the last bracket. Hopkins, he went up first. He won the first matchup. He won. He got 17 home runs to Jesus' 12 to advance. Kyle Schwarber very close against Bregman. He had 16 home runs to Alex Bregman's 15. Max Muncy had 17 to Javier Baez's 16, and then Harper had 13 to Freddie Freeman's 12. It was on the Hopkins, Schwarber, Harper, and Muncy. And then Hopkins and Schwarber. Schwarber went up 20, advanced by hitting 21 home runs to Hopkins' 20. Harper had 13 home runs to Max Muncy's 12. So down to Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper. And it's funny that those two would be the final two participants in the home run derby, and then they ended up being teammates on the Phillies, which is crazy. Then now they're teammates together. And it came down to those two, and Harper won with 19 home runs to Kyle Schwarber's 18 home runs. Of course, Bryce Harper had his dad pitch to him. I think both times he was in the home run derby because I think when they had it up in Met Stadium, he had his dad pitch to him. So Bryce Harper won in front of his hometown fans with 19 home runs. And it was, like I said, it was an amazing experience. The atmosphere was spectacular. Being there in person, seeing the home run derby was an amazing experience. Amazing experience. That whole atmosphere, because I went to the All-Star game. Well, I'll talk to more of that on a later episode as well. But that whole the home run derby, the All-Star game, and they did like a little convention as well. I got to go to that, and it was just such an amazing experience to be there in person. I mean, somebody that's grown up a huge baseball fan, being able to experience the All-Star game and the home run derby in person was just something I'll never remember. That's one of my fondest baseball memories for sure. It was such a good time doing that. But now let's give a little history of the home run derby. Basically, the home run derby is a competition where you get some of the best hitters in the game from the American League and the National League competing, hitting obviously hitting home runs. And it's been around for quite some time. It's been around since 1985. That was the very first home run derby. Let's see here. So the inspiration for the event was a 1960s TV series called Home Run Derby. The televised event included major baseball legends Hank Aaron, Mickey Mantle, and Willie Mays. The show ran for 26 episodes, with the winner receiving $2,000. $2,000. I'm sure at the time that was a lot of money. That may not seem like as much now, but at that time, surely when that was going on, $2,000 was a lot of money. See, the event has grown significantly from its roots in the 1980s when it was not televised. Prior to 1991, the home run derby was structured as a two-inning event with each player receiving 5 outs per inning, allowing for the possibility of ties. It is now one of the most watched events on ESPN. Yeah, because at the time for years it was on ESPN, but this year it's going to be on Netflix on July 13th. That's going to be very, very interesting. I love how Netflix is just expanded from just showing movies and TV shows. You get wrestling fans, you get Monday Night Raw on there, you get boxing on there, you see UFC on there. The first baseball game, Yankees and Giants, was on there to kick off the season. Just it's so nice to see Netflix just expand their horizons and get into the sports field with some football games on there as well. Now they're going to be broadcasting the home run derby, which is going to be very, very cool. Very, very cool to see. Let's see. More things about the home run derby. Let's see. In 2000, a match play style format was initiated for the second round. The player with the most home runs in the first round faced the player with the least among the four qualified players that did the players with the second and third most total. The contestant who won each matchup advanced to the finals. Format was discontinued at the 2023 season. And let's see. Television covered, let's see, on July 11th, 1988, the day before Major League Baseball All-Star Games from Cincinnati, TBS televised the annual gala from the Cincinnati Zoo. Larry King hosted the broadcast with Craig Sager and Peter Van Weren having the interviews. The Derby was first nationally televised by ESPN in 1993 on the same day delayed basis, with the first live telecast in 1998. Chris Berman gained notoriety for his annual hosting duties on ESPN, including his catchphrase "back, back, back, back." Yeah, that was always cool to see him do back, 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 back. Yeah, he's known as a football guy, but he was known for his calls on the home run derby. That was always cool to see. 2008 Derby was the year's most highly rated basic cable program because of the game's TV popularity. Invited players have felt pressure to participate. Notably, King of Virginia in this league quietly declined to take part in '98, partly due to ESPN scheduling the Mariners in their last Sunday game. Let's see. Most watched home run derbies was, like I said, 2008 one. You had 9.1 million viewers. 2017 at 8.6 million viewers. 2019 had 8.3 million viewers. 2004 had 7.7 million viewers. 2002 had 7.7 million viewers. 2021 had 7.71 million viewers, or 7.1 million viewers. 2015 had 7.1 million viewers. 2012 had 6.9 million viewers. 2007 had 6.8 million viewers, and same in 2006. Excuse me. Let's see, a variety of the winners over the years. 1985, Dave Parker won the very first home run derby. And let's see, in 1986, we had two winners. Yeah, a winner from the American League and the National League. Wally Droyer won for the American League, and Dale Strawberry won for the National League. 1987, Andrew Dawson won. 1988, one was canceled. 1989, you had Eric Davis won, and Ruben Sierra won for the American League. Eric Davis won for the National League. 1990, Ryan Sandberg won for the Cubs, representing the National League. Cal Ripken won one in 1991 for the Orioles. Mark McGwire won it in 92. Juan Gonzalez won it in 93. That's the famous one that was at Camden Yards. And still to this day, the only person that hit the home run off of the warehouse at Camden Yards is Ken Griffey Jr. And that's crazy. You've had so many hitters from Barry Bonds to Mark McGwire. The list goes on. We recently showed Tiny, Trout, Aaron Judge. And the only person to ever hit a home run off of the warehouse in Camden Yards is Ken Griffey Jr. That's crazy. I believe he holds the record. He's won 3 of these. Yeah, he won in 94, 98, and he won in 99. So he's a 3-time home run derby champion. Actually, when I went to the game in 2018, I wore my Ken Griffey Jr. jersey and said, hey, one of my all-time favorite players. He's a 3-time home run derby champion. What better jersey to wear than a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey for the home run derby? Frank Thomas won it in 95. Barry Bonds won it in 96. 97, Tino Martinez won. Coach Griffey won it in 98, 99. So he won it back-to-back years. Sammy Sosa won it in 2000. 2001, Luis Gonzalez won it. Jason Giambi won it in 2002. 2003, Garrett Anderson won. 2004, Miguel Tejada. Bobby Abreu won it in 2005. Ryan Howard won it in 2006. Vladimir Guerrero won it in 2007. Justin Bruno won it in 2008. Prince Fielder won it in 2009. Big Papi David Ortiz won it in 2010. Robinson Cano won it in 2011. Prince Fielder won it again in 2012. Jonas Sepras won it in 2003 and 2014. Todd Frazier won it in 2013 and 2014 was September's won it. Todd Frazier won it in 2015. Let's see, Giancarlo Stanton won it in 2016. Aaron Judge won it in 2017. Harper, like I said, that was at that one. He won it in 2018. Pete Alonso won it in 2019. It was canceled in 2020 because of COVID. 2021, Pete Alonso won it. Juan Soto won it in 2022. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. won it in 2023. Let's see, take Starro Hernandez won it in 2024, and then last year Kyle Raleigh won it for the Mariners. So yeah, so we got some big names here. I mean, some of these are the big names in the game. I mean, like Eric Davis, Cal Ripken Jr., Mark McGwire, Ken Jr., Bonds, Sosa, Jason Giambi. I mean, these are some of the big names in the game that have won, home run derbies. Pete Alonso, he's won one, two. He's a two-time winner. He's competed in it multiple times too. I'm surprised Shohei. Shohei, I think I could definitely, if he participates, I could definitely see him winning the home run derby at some point. But yeah, these are some of the big names in the game that have won the home run derby. Let's see. Most home runs in a single round the record goes to Julio Rodriguez with 41 in 2023. Followed by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. with 40 in 2019. Got Peterson in 2019 at 39. Pete Alonso and Randy Rosarina tied at 35 for number 4. And number 5, Julio Rodriguez went there again with 32 in 2022. I see most single derby home runs. Vladimir Guerrero, number 1, 2019 to 91. Randy Rosarina, 2023 with 82. Julio Rodriguez with 81. Pete Alonso with 74. Vladimir Guerrero with 72. Julio Rodriguez, 61. Giancarlo Stanton with 61. Kyle Peterson, 60. Trey Monty with 59. And Pete Alonso with 57. Let's see. Most all-time home runs in the Derby, Pete Alonso with 2007. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. has 163. Julio Rodriguez has 142. Albert Pujols has 106. Kyle Peterson has and Juan Soto are tied with 99. Todd Frazier with 91, Carlos Stanton with 83, Randy Arena was with 82, Prince Fielder 81, and Dave Ortiz at 77. Let's see here. Teams with the most winners, the Yankees and Mariners both tied with 4 winners. Dodgers, Athletics, Cubs, Reds, and Mets tied with 3. Orioles, Phillies, Rangers, National League tied with 2, and then you have White Sox, Giants, Arizona, Minnesota Twins, Brewers, Red Sox, Tigers, Marlins, Blue Jays, and the Dodgers all have 1 winning. Wins by positions. First baseman have won 12, right fielders have won 11, center fielders have won 7, left fielders have won 4, second baseman have won 2, shortstops have won 2, catchers is 1. I guess that's Kyle Riley, the one he won because he's a catcher. A third baseman have won 1 and a DH. So yeah, that's the history of the home run derby. Yeah, like I said, it's an amazing event. I mean, I love the home run derby, and that's this year's supposed to be on Netflix. I don't think they've announced any of the participants for this year's home run derby just yet, but I'm very curious to see who's going to be a part of the home run derby this year. Like I said, because the All-Star game, I believe it's in Philly this year. Let me double check that. I believe the game is in Philly this year. Double check that here. Let's see if I can. Let's see venues. Let's see All-Star host. Let's see. Yes, it's in Citizen Banks Park this year on July 14th, and then next year it's gonna be at Wrigley Field. That's gonna be cool. I mean, it hasn't been in Wrigley Field since the '90s. The last time it was at Wrigley Field, let's see here, got the different All-Star games here. Last time it was at Wrigley Field. Let's see. Coors, Fenway. Let's see. Most was in the 90s. See, let's see. 1990. 1990, July 10th, 1990 was the last time it was at Wrigley Field. So that's a long time uh, between them having hosting an All-Star game. It's been a while for Philly too. Let me see here. Does it show here when last time Philly had an All-Star game? Let's see. Let's see here. 96 at Veterans Day, the old Veterans Day in 1996. So that's good. Wow, that's almost what 20. Let me see, 96. Yeah, 20 years. 20 years since the last time they had a All Star game. And then for the Cubs, like I said, let me see, 90. Wow, yeah, it's been a long time. Let's see, 90, 2010, 2020. 36 years. Oh, 36 years, give or take, since the last time they had an All-Star game. But yeah, I'll get more into the All-Star game on the next episode because I'll cover the All-Star game for the next episode. But yeah, this time I wanted to start things off by talking about the history of the Home Run Derby. And they changed the format once again this year. They said MLB has announced a new Home Run Derby format for 2016. 8 participants, top four advance to round two, 20 swings in round one, 15 swings in the final two rounds. Player home runs when his last swing in any round continues until he makes an out or wins the round. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. That might like ease things up a little bit. We'll see how that ultimately makes any changes or adjustments to the game. But yeah, I'm looking forward. I always look forward to, like I say, All Star Game and the Home Run Derby. The Home Run Derby is such a cool event. Such a cool event. I mean, home runs are a huge part of baseball. So getting to see best hitters of the game getting up there hitting home runs is always a beautiful thing. I'm trying to see why they canceled. I knew because of COVID was the reason they canceled the 2020 All Star game. Let me see. I'm talking strike season. Let me see here. Okay, here we go. The 1988 MLB Home Run Derby was officially canceled due to rain. The event was scheduled to take place at Riverfront Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio, as part of the All-Star Game for safety. To this date, remains the only canceled Home Run Derby in the history of the competition. Oh, it was a rain thing. Oh, okay. That's why they didn't try to reschedule it. Like, I guess since we already had like the All-Star Game and everything set up, I guess we couldn't really reschedule it because you got the guys coming back from the All-Star game, the season's continuing and everything as well, but yeah, that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate thing. So they couldn't have figured out some other kind of way to kinda get that in, a rain delay. Because always, when they have rain delays in games, now they always have a makeup day for the game. But I guess since it's the exhibition, it doesn't, like, actually, like, an actual game or anything that counts, so I guess they just said, "Hey, we'll just cancel it." So it was because of rain. Interesting. Very, very interesting. They canceled that. But yeah, that's the home run derby, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, thank you for joining me here today, listening to this brand new episode of the Walk Off Grand Slam podcast. I'm going to go over the standings. Now, by the time this drops, they'll probably have changed because I'm recording this at the end of June. This is going to drop the week of the home run derby. So the standings probably will have changed. But as of now, these are the current standings. That's another thing we did on the original Grand Slam podcast. At the end of the show, we would always go over the current standings in Major League Baseball. So this is where things stand right now on the AL East side. Tampa Bay is on top at 48 and 33, followed by the Yankees at 48 and 34. Toronto 39 and 45, Orioles 39 and 46, Boston 35 and 46. Seems like it's the Tampa and Yankees right now. No, Aaron Judge is still out with an injury, but Yankees still been holding afloat with him being out of the lineup. Toronto was just in the World Series last year, taking a step back. Same thing with the Orioles too. I mean, the Orioles a couple of years ago they were like one of the rising teams in baseball. all this young talent. They seemed like they were gonna be ascending, and they've definitely taken a step back. Still great talent on that team, but they've definitely regressed a lot. And of course, Boston, I mean, they're in the bottom. I mean, Boston. What's going on in Boston? Come on, guys. Like, get it together. Right now, it seems like it's Yankees, Tampa race right now. But we're almost the All-Star break time. I mean, a lot can change between now and the All-Star break. Sometimes it's not all in baseball, so you play so many games. Not necessarily how you start, it's how you finish. Over on the Central side, the Central, now, we always talk about the Central. The Central is always kinda weird and funky with how the teams go in the Central. So you got the White Sox. The White Sox on top at 43 and 39, followed by the Guardians at 44 and 40, Twins at 40 and 45, Detroit at 35 and 49, and Kansas City at 35 and 50. The White Sox are on top of this division. That's crazy. They've been in the bottom cellar. They had lost like 100 plus games. We were talking about them on the original show, like how bad they were. Now they're on top competing with the Guardians and Twins. Good for them. Good for them. Hey, things are turning around in the windy city of Chicago for the White Sox. Good for them. AL West, you got Texans. I'm not Texans. Oh my goodness, sticking to football. The Texas Rangers are on top at 42 and 42, followed by the Mariners at 42 and 43. Houston 42 and 44, Athletics 40 and 44, and the Angels at 36 and 49. This is crazy. You got all these teams, the top four teams, Texas Rangers, Seattle, Houston, and Athletics all kind of jumbled up there. That's gonna be very interesting to see who ultimately comes out in this division. I mean, you couldn't count the Angels out either. I mean, if some of these teams at the top start losing, the Angels start winning, they're only 6.5 games back. So that's gonna be very interesting to see how that division plays out. You got teams all kind of jumbled up there. Nobody's really taking control of this division. That's gonna be interesting. Now over to the National League side, you got the Braves on top at 49 and 32, excuse me, 47 and 37 for the Phillies. Marlins at 44 and 40. My Nats at 43 and 42, who won today against the O's. And the Mets at the bottom at 35 and 49. They fired their manager, so it's like turmoil going over there with the Mets. The Braves at their rightful spot on top of the NL East. I mean, they've always dominated this division. The Phillies are right there. Marlins are holding their own. My Nationals have exceeded expectations. They've done a lot better. Like, shouts out to Blake Butera. I mean, one of the youngest managers, if not the youngest manager in baseball right now. He's done a great job with his team. The pitching could definitely be better, but the hitting and everything, and these guys have been playing some good ball. This is going to be a very interesting race in the NL East. Over on the NL Central side, you got Milwaukee on top at 50 and 31, followed by the Cubs at 46 and 38, Cardinals at 43 and 38, Pittsburgh at 42 and 42, and Chrissy's Reds at 39 and 43. Milwaukee seems to be running away with this division. The Cubs are right there. Cardinals are still there too. Pirates, I mean, hey, 42 and 42. That's not bad, not great, but they've been doing a lot. You've seen them play a lot worse in recent years. So, hey, they're at an even 500. So, hey, at least they try. They're definitely trying. Chrissy's Reds. Come on, guys. Y'all gotta get together. Gotta represent for Chrissy now. Can't be slouching. Cannot be slouching. And then over on the NL West side, you get the Dodgers on top at 53 and 30. Padres at 43 and 38, Arizona at 41 and 42, Giants at 34 and 48, and then you have Colorado Rockies at 33 and 51. Same old Rockies, still at the bottom of the division. Of course, the Dodgers, they've ran this division for the longest time. They got the Padres, Arizona right there. Giants, not that great either, almost in the cellar as well. It seems like this is the Dodgers division once again. I mean, they just a well-oiled machine. Well-oiled machine for sure. Let's see. The wild card leaders right now, you got on the AL side, you got the Yankees, Guardians, and Seattle winning on all are the top three teams on the wild card side. Over on the National League side, you have the Phillies, Cubs, and Cardinals all on the three teams that are like top teams for the wild card. Padres, Marlins, Nationals, Pittsburgh, they're all right there on the National League side. On the American League side, you got Houston, The Athletics and Minnesota, they're right there in the mix as well. So those are the teams that are leading the wild card races right now. So, like I said, by the time this drops, these standings will probably be different. But as of right now, that's where the Stings currently stand with the current standings. But that's all from me. Once again, thank you for listening to the brand new relaunch of the Grand Slam podcast now, the Walk Off Grand Slam podcast. I'm very excited to see what happens with this show moving forward. Like I said, this will drop in around All-Star week time, right in time for the Home Run Derby. So I'm gonna do this episode, and the next episode I'll be talking about the history of the MLB All-Star game. I'm gonna update my social media accounts and everything, so I will have those available for you soon. So I'll plug those probably in the next episode, so you can have those. So you can have the updated social media accounts for the podcast. But in the meantime, you can just follow me on my regular accounts on Instagram at DC Sports Fan 23 and Twitter at the Moneymaker Chris. You can follow me on those platforms. Also, my other podcast, TMC Podcasts, all over social media. TMC Podcasts. We want to do a lot of interviews and everything on there. So definitely support that show as well if you like wrestling. If you don't like wrestling, you might learn something. So that is all for me. You guys take care. Be safe as always, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Whole new chapter.
One life left, so I gotta make